Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 21st of April 2023. Therefore, the United Nations designated 21st April as World Creativity and Innovation Day to raise the awareness of the role of creativity and innovation in all aspects of the human development. 21st of April is also celebrated as the Civil Service Day. This is an occasion for civil servants to rededicate themselves to the cause of citizens and renew their commitment to public service and excellence in work. The first such function was held in Vigyan Bhavan on 21st April 2006. So, starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Supreme Court directs provision of ration cards to 8 crore migrant workers not covered under a National Food Security Act. The Hindu newspaper also states that a smart policing slick bunkers for upcoming G20 meeting in Srinagar. J&K administration illuminates Shankaracharya temple in Srinagar with the G20 logo. Actually, G20 group of 20 is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries and the European Union. It works to address major issues related to the global economy, such as international financial stability, climate change, mitigation, and sustainable development. Members of the G20 country is going with the color image. The Hindu newspaper also states that as SCO members must pool resources expertise on disaster resilience. Amit Shah says Union Home Minister Amit Shah chairs the meeting of head of departments of SCO's member states in New Delhi on Tuesday. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that I'm being singled out, not required to answer in the way Central Bureau of Investigation wants Sodia to High Court. Senior advocate Dayanand Krishnan further submitted that there are recent judgments where courts have taken a view that bail to co-accused is also a ground for bail. Former Deputy Chief Minister is under judicial custody over the illegal scam is now scrapped a new liquor policy of Delhi government. Indian Express also states that after Section 377 read down may be need to read fine marriage. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud D.Y. Chandrachud said is the existence of two spouses who belong to a binary gender necessary for the requirement of marriage, or has our law now progressed sufficiently to contemplate that the existence of binary genders maybe is not necessary for your definition of marriage. Has marriage law evolved to include same-sex couples? Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud says. Indian Express also states that why LGBTQIA plus couples should be allowed to adopt. Both Parliament and Supreme Court should consider the best interests of children as well as the fundamental rights to equality and the non-discrimination of children and couples identifying as LGBTQI while examining the matter. Sexual orientation or material status cannot be sole basis for the exclusion of the same-sex couples from jointly adopting as long as they meet the suitability criteria and can ensure the best interest of the child. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar discusses Sudan's situation with the United Nations Chief Guterres says. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Thursday discussed the worsening situation in Sudan with the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and said the focus is really on how to get the diplomatic processes to yield the desired result of a workable on-the-ground observer ceasefire. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres meets with the Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar at United Nations headquarters in New York City, United States. Hindustan Times also states that Mohali woman's decomposed body found hanging at Phase 7 house. The decomposed body of 28-year-old woman was found at her rented accommodation in Phase 7 on Wednesday night. The body was moved to the mortuary of the civil hospital in Phase 6 Mohali for autopsy. Autopsy. Hindustan Times also states that Galwan Brave's wife set for army entry as lieutenant. The wife of one of the 20 braves killed in a skirmish with the Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA) in eastern Ladakh's Galwan Valley in June 2020 is said to get a commissioner in the army as a lieutenant. Officials familiar with the matter said on Thursday. Rekha was married to Naik Deepak Singh of the 16th Battalion of Bihar Regiment, who was killed in action in the remote valley while fighting numerically superior Chinese soldiers on June 15, 2020. Going towards the economy of the country, war against inflation not yet won, premature to declare end to tightening cycle. Reserve Bank of India MPC's Wama, stating that the MPC has to keep careful watch on the evolving situation. Janath Verma wrote, if crude were to creep towards a triple digit mark, there might be a need for a monetary response. India sees Apple almost tripling investment exports in coming years. Apple's pricey phones are affordable for only a few in India, while it has a market share of just 3%. India's real GDP growth likely accelerated to 4.9% in Q4 of financial year 2022 to 23. A worker cuts metal inside a workshop manufacturing metal pipes in Mumbai in India, August 11, 2017. What was the world news included Danish Dutch to donate Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. Bangladesh suffers widespread power outages during relentless heat. NATO chief visits Kyiv for the first time since Russian invasion. Sudan's general dined with the peace negotiators, then started a war. Pakistan buys its first cargo of discounted Russian crude oil. 2 of 17 Sikhs arrested in California sought in a murder case. Going towards the science and technology, SpaceX's next generation rocket Starship explodes during the first test flight. This image taken from a SpaceX video shows the SpaceX Starship exploding after a launch of a flight test from Starbase in Boca Chica, Texas on April 20, 2023. Awesome solar eclipse wows viewers in Australia, Indonesia. A hybrid solar eclipse is observed with the use of solar filter at the Great Mosque area in Padang, West Sumatra Province, Indonesia on April 20, 2023. India is one of 3 countries where confidence is children's vaccines. Children's vaccines has increased. United Nations International Children Emergency Fund report. A health worker administers a vaccine to child at a temporary vaccination camp following a measles outbreak in Mumbai, 2022. At last, there is a famous quotation. Subhash Chandra Bose, whose birth anniversary is 23 January 1897 up to 18 August 1945, was an Indian nationalist whose defiance of a British authority in India made him a hero among many Indians, but his wartime alliance with Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan left a legacy vexed by authoritarianism, anti-Semitism, and military failure. The honorific Netaji was first applied to Bose in Germany in early 1942 by the Indian soldiers of the Indische Legion and by the German and Indian officials in the Special Bureau of India in Berlin. It is now used throughout India. Subhash Chandra Bose says a famous quotation. He states that no real change in history has ever been achieved by discussions. Okay, thank you.